G'day, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I thought today would be a little bit more spicy of a location because it's been a long time since we've actually managed to get a ride out in a place like this, and it's getting rather annoying that I haven't been able to get out in a place like this in ages. So I thought, what better time than to come out during a lovely, oh hello branches, golden hour. So I booked my ass down here to hopefully get some sunlight and got stuck behind every slow person known to man. There's bugs all over my visor that I've tried to wipe off and ended up smearing in front of myself. So, you know, it's one of those kind of rides. We finally had 2 days of sunlight, and here we are enjoying the beautiful, beautiful sunset as we ride. Now, I thought I'd take you out here in a place like this to give us a topic that all true riders know the answer to. But I thought I'd bring it up because a lot of new riders do also talk about this, and some of the old lazy ones sort of fall into this category, and that is, does motorcycling ever really get old? Do you really ever get bored of riding? Now, there's only one or two instances I can think of where the answer would be yes to this question, and that's purely because of your riding circumstances. So I took us out here into this lovely location as a reminder that sometimes if you're riding all the time and it gets monotonous, you just got to change up the location, man, and change up the scenery, because you can't go for a lovely ride out to a place like this and think you're having a bad time. It's just not possible. I mean, look at it. We're on the way to Gembrook and we're heading out to Launching Place today, one of my favourite routes we've done on the channel many times. But dude, I'm telling you, it definitely don't get much better than this. Now, well, if you remember some of my old Instagram photos, I've definitely taken a few here, because look how gorgeous that is. Oh, what a lovely location. Also, some of the riders seem to also think so. Look at that beautiful thing over there. One of my favourite spots. But yeah, back to the topic at hand. If you're riding and you find yourself getting bored, you really got to certainly ask yourself this question of, well, what locations am I riding in? What kind of riding am I doing? Who am I riding with, if anyone at all? And like stuff like that. Because, let's see, maybe if you're living in like the Philippines or Vietnam and riding is the only option, it might be a little bit annoying because riding gets a little cluster hell over there. So maybe over there it can understand it. But if you're living in a place like this, if you're only commuting to work, riding can get a little monotonous, but then you just got to come out like what I'm doing now and refresh your memory about why you started riding. Now, some people start riding purely because it's all they can afford and then quickly fall in love with it because, I mean, it's hard not to. But if you're riding in a country where you can't lane filter and you're purely riding in back-to-back traffic, now you can still change lanes faster than most people riding. But most people driving, sorry, but you still can't go through the middle of it. It's like, here we can at least go through the middle, so riding in heavy traffic isn't the end of the world. Unless you're in one of those really tiny places that has nothing for lanes, but most places have enough space. But if you're riding around and you can't get through the traffic and you're sitting like a normal car, I can understand maybe then, all right? Maybe then you might get sick and tired of riding, might get a little old. If you've had a few accidents, you might get over it because, well, you can only take so... Ooh, hello there. You can only take so many crashes before you sort of get sick and tired of the or the pain or the medical bills if you're in a place that doesn't really help America. So, obviously, there are some instances where you could say that perhaps that it doesn't work well. But I tell you what, this is not one of those instances, because all you have to do, if you're living in a place like Australia or America or even England, if you've got the weather for it, is if you're finding yourself getting bored about where you're riding, or the locations are getting stale, or you're just not enjoying the bike like you used to, either put it away for like a month or so, keep it on the charge of course, and then come back to it, because sometimes that's enough to rekindle the love. Or do what I'm doing today. Just bring out your baby into a nice, lovely mountainous area, or head through the mountains and end up in the countryside, and of course just thrash the hell out of it within reason and enjoy yourself, because it's really hard to go in a place like what I'm doing today and nitpick reasons to hate it. The only reason I could think you could hate a place like this is if you get stuck behind someone doing 40 in the 80 zone the whole way because they're too scared to go around the mountain corners. Oh no, it's a suggestion, it says it needs to go 50 around this bend, so I'll go 30, it's an 80 zone. You're like, Jesus Christ. I have certainly picked the sunshine in my face at this hour, but it was definitely worth it. And look at the horses. Man, sometimes all you really need to do is just get out of your normal area. So brake normality, that's a lush looking Land Rover, I think it was. And just adventure. Remember, people forget that a lot of the fun of motorcycling is the fact that you can just go places and do things, alright? And I feel like that's just one thing that tends to happen as you get older as an adult anyways. You lose that sense of wonder and adventure, so you just tend to get lazy with what you want to do. You stick to your comfort zone, you don't do anything, you don't go anywhere that's too far, you don't want to. Just perhaps maybe you should. Oh, lovely 100 zones. Because sometimes you've got to realise that a lot of the fun of life is just on that outside little edge. And if my girlfriend watches this video, she's going to use that as a crutch to try and make me travel, even though I don't want to travel overseas, but I'll be forced to. But if you're only riding your neighbourhood, which I've been doing for the past few months, just on the pure fact that I don't really have anyone else to ride with, and its weather's not been the best, I realised I was making excuses for myself. And today, well, I still woke up hella late, so I didn't get out as much as I wanted to, but I figured we might as well get the bike out, go for a cruise to the middle of nowhere, and that's basically the entire gist of my plan for the day. Bring the GoPro, make a video, and then enjoy the rest of the ride myself, because I can't film the whole thing all the time, although I probably will when I get another good day, because I've done it once, and I reckon if I film the whole ride here, it'll be a good thing. I know some people really love the pure sounds. I want to kind of come out to this way during the morning, if I ever wake up in the morning, especially on a foggy day, because I reckon a foggy morning ride would be a really good idea for a video. But dude, you can't really get over the riding the motorcycle stuff unless your environment's garbage. And if it is, just change it, dude. You're never really going to get over it. The only reason you'll get over it is if you're not really a motorbike guy. And look, that's completely fine. Not everyone is a vehicle guy or a woman. You might be a car person at heart, and that's fine. Maybe then it's time to hang up the saddle and pick up a car and then do the same thing, because even cars can get boring. Like, obviously you got your toy cars, or your dream cars, and your daily cars. Some people have daily motorbikes and they're toys. So some people have like a Honda Rebel as a daily, and maybe they have a Ducati as a toy. Or maybe an Aprilia, or an R1, etc, etc. Or maybe you're just daily the toy, because why not? Life is short, and might as well enjoy yourself at every possible opportunity you can give yourself. So here we are doing exactly that. Hopefully the message is getting across, because why wouldn't you want to enjoy your toys? You spent all this money on your bikes, you might as well go out and cruise. I'm looking at you, Hugh, Mr. Always busy in his garage, no time to come out with the boys for a ride. Although he does ride the mornings and all the time, doing a fat sesh without me, bastard. Anyway, point being is, I think some of the magic is lost on some people because they just don't go out anymore. Now I'm telling you, if you want to enjoy yourself, all you need to do is go out for a cruise through the twisties, because now look, I'm talking and doing this, so I'm still focusing on the riding, and I'm not going as hard as one could go, because obviously when you're filming in Australia, you want to make sure you're as legal as possible at all times. Not that I would ever break the law off camera. Take that, highway patrol. I'm a good boy, all right? But if you are the kind that wants to enjoy themselves, obviously, you really maybe bring a friend as well. If you have no one to ride with, you always take it easy. But come out and clean out the engine a little bit, you know? Sometimes you just need to thrash the bastard to really... That's the excuse you got to give yourself. Like, I've got to take my car out this way, because the car has been sitting idle for so long now. The battery's basically dead every time I want to take it for a drive. Which is, well, that's just the curse of being a motorbike person, I guess. Because I only really drive my car if the weather's garbage, so... You would never see me driving like on a day like today unless I was taking out my girlfriend, because I'm not allowed to have a passenger yet until September, because laws in Australia are very funny. You could have a restricted license on a motorbike and ride with no pillion, but you can have a sidecar, which in my opinion is way, way, way worse to ride with. Way worse to ride with, because they changed the whole fundamentals of the bike, dude. So perhaps the Australian people should really fix that law, but I don't know, man. I'm just waffling about with my words now, but I think you can see the video reason why. Now, this is like what I was saying here, it's 100 zone, we're doing 70. But obviously, if you get stuck behind someone doing much slower than this, it does happen. You might not be happy to pull over and wait a little bit, but I'll tell you what, they will not break my spirit of my riding enjoyment. And I can't overtake anywhere because it's so blind corners. Ugh. Oh well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just part of the riding tour, isn't it? Oh, now we're going 40. Well, that's boogie. Always say thank you to the lovelies that let you go in front of them, making you don't have to do an illegal overtake or something. Gotta appreciate them, always thank them. Don't be that guy who's just a dick to them. Don't be a typical Harley boy. But man, oh, we're back in the open now, which is great, because normally when I come this way it's not too busy, which is why I come this way. Now, I would go faster, but my bike is limited by its foot pegs because it's a cruiser, so I can't really send it as hard as I want to because the bike ain't made for such things, and the tyres are definitely not made for such things. Ask me how I know that, because I have low-sided. I feel sorry for my homie right now because he also low-sided recently on a pretty tame corner, but I feel bad for him because his Rebel took a fat beating. But unfortunately, the bike, fortunately he was okay, which is really what matters, because you don't really want to lose yourself in a crash as opposed to the bike. But man, I said I'm waffling, and it's true because I'm riding at the same time. Sometimes you do focus more on the ride and your words get lost, but you do end up riding in places that are gorgeous to come through. And I know you've seen this before. Now if you come to Launching Place, this is a very, very popular road. You get a lovely dip and then you go straight up the hill. But I tell you, man, it really opens up out this way. If you're bored of your riding, you just need to come out, experience some scenery, experience some twisties, take your boys out, take your missus out, or your boyfriend out, I don't know, whoever's with you, and just enjoy what you're seeing, because why wouldn't you enjoy this? Look at it, it's gorgeous. I really did pick a good time to come out. You get this lovely sunset glow, lovely, lovely roads. It's nice and fresh. There's not that many roadkill out here at the moment, which is a common occurrence down this way, honestly. But, oh, dude, hop on your motorcycle. Really make sure you break your norm, because if you want to have fun, get on your bike fucking and go out somewhere new and exciting. Ride at the beach, ride up to the mountains, ride open country, ride the open road. And if you do that all the time, well, I don't know, spice it up even more, go on a trail. I've taken this over a 4B trail, and I tell you what, the Rebel handled the 4B trail kind of fine. I've taken it over jumps, I've taken it up hills, I've taken it up hill climbs. Is it made for it? God, no. Did it survive? Somehow. Did I drop it? No, somehow. And guess what? I only got good memories and a smile for my fucking efforts. So that's pretty much all the advice I can give you to have a good ass time, ladies and gentlemen. But without further ado, that is all I have time for. I am going to go enjoy this ride. I hope you take it easy, keep it cheesy, and if you ever see me on the road, give me a salute. Join us on the Discord. Come out this road and say g'day. If you ever see a man with a Honda Rebel with a golden Ruroc helmet, you know it's your boy. I'll wave at you. Anyway, see you later. Peace. Bye.